is unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Nice try. Slow. This one. Get him. Slow torch. Nice try. This one. Over here! This one! Get him! Kill!
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! enough.
Would you not agree? Actually, I wouldn't. Get him! This one! Get him! This one! Get him! Enjoying yourself? Let's try. This one! Over here! Muhammad! Get him!
Mythos. The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see. We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
As all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to me?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of...
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Run like the wind. No mistakes. Straight home now.
chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. This one. This one. It's over. Poor beast. There was nothing I could do. You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. May Gilbert smile upon you.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, it just so happens that
And what talents would that...
Why, you're...
I'm listening.
Well, Randala, none remain free for long, but the...
And you've been looking...
Precisely.
So what...
So we've been searching for a place, and we believe the place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you...
Of course.
Sounds...
I will. Even if I be... So I'd better try to clear the place out.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Threat.
All right.
I'm sure you won't...
place once. And it will be again.
Farewell.
Get him! This one. This one. This one. This one. Get him. This one. That's all of them. Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let...
Don't let me... but Clive, she'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once...
All right. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with, fighting, but we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking, he represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying, and judging by...
And you'd rather she did?
I would rather she did what? And I would never deny her such an... Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor... I won't let her give up on her dreams again. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me. And I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why, though I'm sure I'll still...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson...
Clive, just the man I was hoping to...
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took... Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the land. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep, but we ain't got nowhere for him to bet. I'd build him a new back, but where would I put him? There just ain't enough, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bearers to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people in, and that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse.
Eastpool, it's been a long time since I...
It was a trap, and if any of us could have done it, but what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved.
I suppose...
The Blight might just want a band of cutthroats have made it their den. And they nasty would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories.
And I know them. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Will, and I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too.
Of course. All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan. So Wade.
And you, Lord.
I spoke with She tells me you have plans.
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading... And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle.
As can I. Which is what?
That's very kind. With you beside...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of... And rather less, thankfully. A small force would suffice to clear the village.
I'll head it. You make sure... The account... Shall I wait?
No need,
All right.
We shall see you...
Face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes to... Any more surprises?
Bravo! A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
home.
No. We're the masters now.
That's all of them. And not a single account. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are... It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like us...
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more...
And we will.
Eastpool is in safe hands.
Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept... What's all this about? On second, it'll only give me nightmares.
I suppose it will.
What else? Sir Wade's... There's plenty bad.
Did Wade say...
Well, so anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but they're working. It's the way I see it. If it's food or...
Thank you, Ma.
No.
I want it.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief, before we part, I want you to know that...
Thank you. His revenge.
It is the one and it is all that I...
But what of
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our... But there are those among us who I would place Lostwing in their hand, but a village home only to... And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway?
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak...
Understood.
And may greet...
To Gotan's Bales, then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them. Everyone. You can no longer guarantee your protection.
Well, if that's what the... Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for we owe... If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, and if that's what has to happen, we get...
I hope so.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Mutt.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. They don't stand. They're all gonna fucking die.
Sid, we can't let Quentin...
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east.
Promise us.
Tell me I'm too late. Quentin, are you all right?
Which is more than I can say for my... They followed me, without question, all the way.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. Don't let their sacrifice...
I won't.
Come on, then. Is it over?
It is. He wept. And just as I dreamed of doing, all my plans, building a haven in Lostwick, it was all for but what is my faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh!
You?
And so... it's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. It's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick. I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
The
flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end.
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. I have nothing left to...
Well, the heck are you? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. But
I prayed, and I prayed. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet. We believed that you were the right man to lead.
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain.
But why? Why would anyone...
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who... Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was.
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing.
A fresh one life end? Why just a village? What's to stop?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please, Quentin will, after all. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking...
I'll pretend you never...
But you must be rewarded for your effort.
A bottle or two of your...
Of course. And if you don't mind...
I look forward to...
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you. Yeah.
Let me and my mortar purge them of their sin!
You'll regret doing my mother's bidding.
Local! Hold still!
You're not leaving.
Well done.
Let's try.
This over here!
Your work here is done.
Which song should we listen?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Trouble with your gear, or something Fordian, do you? No scratches, all right? You can thank me later. Not bad, if I do say so myself. No scratches, all right? Not my best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. That it? Fine.
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one. To satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is a dozen years on. But I can say, you've all shown me...
that there are.
So don't you... Clive. That great lump. No. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Is that all?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to me?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic?
Clive. How may I help you today? One must understand one's place in the world.
good.
Clive? Where the hell is every...
They're all right.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had...
Sitting under a pile of rubble.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then...
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already... I'd better keep looking.
I know this is your hideaway, but...
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is...
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this? Sid's best invention. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know. Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestra. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a Kashik and the valleys are full of ether?
Who's that? I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break your... It's broken, except... See?
And you had nothing to do...
Nope. We just wanted to listen to... So we pressed... like this.
right. Something caught.
Did you break it? Can you fix...
No, I mean... There.
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more... Yeah! New music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye.
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies.
No. We're not the Prince's keepers.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near... much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back, though I may be something.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails?
Every moment I waste here, further the flight. Ship sails. I have to get back.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others?
All right, Clark. Blackthorn told me. Speaking of...
Worried about?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a... So, try as I might, I can't for the life of me. And seeing as that...
I'd speak to him. Well...
Cheers, Clark.
I'll be sure to...
All right.
Bloody hell, Clark.
That remains to be seen. August, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
bloody soaker. Who cares less for us than the irony hammers?
Realm's crops are all being
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely.
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to...
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know. But hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to... The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically... That is correct. As for the why...
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Those tomes wouldn't happen to have
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others?
They'll be fine as long as cities.
She can't keep it. Glory to God.
What's happened?
Tyre's busy working herself into an... I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in day. Will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers.
I know better than to order Tyre to do anything. But I'll...
Thank you.
Well, Tyre, Rodrigo, we all admire your dedication.
I will, when it's time. Until then, we owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone it won't be much longer. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing.
Our tears?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy.
You wouldn't. There must be something we can...
Sometimes an easy death is the... You do well to remember that, Rodrigo.
We have all the ingredients we need for... I can make the draft.
Just tell me what you...
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. I'll make sure...
Thank you, Clive.
This one. Over here. Get him. Get him. This one.
Enough.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard. Could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls. Hopefully won't be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
The free cities in the sea?
Let's go.
All right. Kicked out already?
No. This
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest you go.
That's what I'm trying to do. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No.
Long time no see her.
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us
All right, just...
Yeah, I promise I won't.
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Trav. Not much going on.
It's a smithing. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate he'll be near the forge on the hill.
Forge on the hill?
Good luck.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something very important. You go back inside now.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt.
Pardon the intrusion.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. You're not welcome here.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's travelled a long way to see... He's waiting.
Then I suggest...
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me... Oh. And if you're struggling to find your way out, that prick knows exactly... He's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Let me guess.
As a personal favour.
Well, at least
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village again?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among them. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking... You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on.
You didn't have to do...
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of...
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted...
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravozd won't last long without its furnace, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I...
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest, and you'd be throwing it away?
All right. This place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. Let this be another step on the road to Dravozd. Wouldn't you agree, August?
Of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plate?
I know I'm off, but I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you?
All right.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. I need leather for the bellows, and luckily for us...
It's time for a spot of... holding back. Let's make this quick, shall we? I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about, then?
Don't know. Any trouble?
Nothing I couldn't.
Right then, for everyone pause.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means?
I do.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved up.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forge. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer. Which will do one. Our secret for yours. I've always envied. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. But he took all his talent and left. Is it any wonder I hate his...
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though.
See that you both...
All right.
Yeah, that's not... Blackthorn, is it? I thought I'd see his face. I want a set of these.
Would you like to see my wares? Go safely now.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, well, the whole village turned out for a gun. Everyone except Zoltan has.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pit gold cinder. How'd you come by it? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. You didn't say so, but I...
Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work.
It's good to see you back.
I don't know how you... I'm grateful all... Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. About to put Zoltan back in his...
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
So what do I owe the honour? Not Sancthornian, do you? Anything else?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you need?
Yes, here. I'm loath to give a single dose. It may be it. I wish there wasn't.
How are you feeling?
Light. Mid here.
Good. Just relax.
Thank you, Daya.
He's gone. Thank you. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly...
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change, and we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will.
I hope so.
Help you today, Clive?
Here you are. All done?
It says here that... If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then
everyone...
Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like Miss Middledore?
You can start by paying attention to
Sid! Heard you were in Canva fetching young men. Sid, I can't help but notice that you're such a...
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing when? It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen... Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar...
I'm glad I could be...
You've not only helped... Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeard. You must accept this phial as...